Hey everybody, I'm Art Thomas. I want to talk to you about how to do digital church meetings. And I'm not talking about how to do what we typically think of as a church meeting where you've got worship and a sermon and things like that. I'm talking about something more akin to a house church. I've been jokingly calling these mouse churches, but let's not do that. Today I want to cover the technology you're going to need in order to make that happen. So now let's talk digital house church, which is very relevant to us right now at this moment in history. Notice on the thing, I've listed 3. There's Google Hangouts, which will handle 8 or fewer cameras. If you've got couples that are meeting together, that could be 16 people. That's a full house church. But if you've got mostly individuals that are showing up and your group is like 10 people, you might not want to go Google Hangouts because it's impossible to grow. However, the plus of that is it forces multiplication. So it's basically like, hey guys, we have grown to our camera limit, but we're part of the kingdom and you've got people you know who need to know Jesus. Who else feels led to start one of these meetings and get people to step out? So sometimes Google Hangouts can be helpful in that regard, not necessarily. Then we've got Zoom, which can handle up to 100 cameras, which is way more than you're going to need for a house church meeting. The free version the free version is limited to 40 minutes, and that can be frustrating. You have to it cuts you off halfway through your meeting, and you have to log on 3 times to keep coming back. Yeah. But you can do it. It's just tedious and it's frustrating. You can do the paid version for about $15 a month. Something we're doing here with Roots, we've got unofficial house churches and we've got official house churches. There's a list of requirements to be an official house church. And if you've got questions on that, let me know. We'll hook you up. But all of our official house churches that need it, we're going to provide a Zoom meeting. If you've only got 3 or 4 people that are meeting right now, I think for the sake of conserving church money, it would be best to stick with Google Hangouts. But if you're finding that you're growing toward that limit on 8 cameras, then I would say let's upgrade to Zoom, and the church will cover that out of the operations budget. Otherwise, it's just going to be out of pocket until you become an official house church. GoToMeeting will handle more cameras, and they've only got a free trial for 2 weeks, but their paid version is $3 cheaper per month. Who knows how long this quarantine thing's going on? It may be just a couple months and it's over, or it may be 1 month and it's over, fingers crossed, but it may also be a year. Who knows? So how long we'll have to be doing this, meeting digitally, I don't know, but I would recommend paying month to month right now. I bought a year of Zoom because I'm going to be using this, for multiple purposes. And I feel like this is going to be useful for us. But unless you're going to use it outside of however long this quarantine lasts, I would recommend just going month to month. On the tech side, let's do this. I want Alex, because you're using, am I correct, you're on a laptop right now? Yep, and you're using just the built-in microphone that's on the laptop, correct? Oh, okay, so he's got AirPods in, or an AirPod, and I'm guessing Gracie's got the other one? Okay, so go ahead and talk, and I want everyone to hear your voice again, just so they can be like, okay, this is what it sounds like when someone's talking in AirPods.
So this is how I normally sound when I have AirPods in. Sometimes the quality is amazing, and other times when I'm at school, like one of my professors said, I sound like I'm talking out of potato. So it really depends on the situation and your internet connectivity and such.
Yep. I believe Amy's on a cell phone, correct? Yeah. If you want to just give us a little talk on the cell phone.
I'm on a cell phone, but I do have in.
Okay. Okay. I see the microphone hanging off. Those earbuds have a microphone built in, but you can hear that built-in microphone.
Yep. So I don't know how it sounds to you guys. It usually works with phone calls pretty well.
So I don't know if you all noticed, but Amy's voice is a little bit clearer than Alex's. And the reason is because that microphone, instead of floating up here on his earlobe, is down here by her mouth. So it's just a slight difference. Who's using a laptop but doesn't have a microphone plugged in? It's just the microphone of the laptop. Go ahead, Justin and Kayla, go ahead and talk for a second.
So this is the built-in one. I think it sounds pretty good.
Yep.
And then we also have, we don't have a camera in our laptop. We have an external camera.
Okay. So you guys hear like their voice sounds a lot louder and clearer and crisper. That's because laptops these days tend to have better microphones for the purpose of screen sharing type conversations like this. So very common. Anyone on a desktop computer? Yeah, Carolyn.
Yes, I'm on desktop.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. I mean, of course, I don't hear it, so I don't know if you're getting clarity, but you guys come through pretty good. Alex was kind of hard to hear. Amy was a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Justin and Kayla, they were good.
Very good. So what Carolyn's working with, desktops these, is that a Mac or a PC?
It's an HP.
Okay, so that's a PC. So desktop computers these days, they work, but generally they're not built for this kind of communication. So Carolyn, we can understand you and we can hear you fine, not a problem. But I think all of you noticed there's a little bit of chirpiness in the sound. That's just because of the size of the microphone, the quality of the microphone that's being used, that kind of thing. Anyone using any kind of system that we haven't discussed so far?
We're using a Mac, and besides you, Art and John Mark being clear, a second one would be Kayla and Justin. Yep.
I think they're on a Mac too, right? Kayla and Justin. Oh no, yours is PC. Okay,
they're gamers.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's right.
A gaming laptop.
There it is.
Justin knows what any of it means.
Yeah, with a gaming laptop, they're going to have a better microphone in there so people can do interactivity. Roman?
I have a legit like gaming headset as well, but I don't want to look weird, so that's why I haven't been using it.
What are you talking into right now? Do you have an external mic or what?
I'm just using the built-in mic from my laptop.
Okay, Mac or PC?
PC.
PC, cool. So that one's just got a better mic. That's cool. Judy, what are you working with?
I just have a Mac desktop.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does it sound a lot like Carolyn's?
No, the Macs tend to have a little bit better microphone, but I mean, you're coming in loud and clear.
Oh, cool.
What I'm using, maybe you guys have noticed, our voice should be coming through pretty clear. This is an external microphone. It's called a Raspberry, made by the company Blue. You've probably seen us using this, at Justin and Kayla's house. This thing will pick up a whole room full of sound. And so it's been...
You can talk real close like this.
It's been really helpful in our house church meetings where, we've got like the first one we did, we had probably 5 or 6 people sitting in the living room, and we just put this out in the middle of the room and then had everyone discuss. Anyone who's been watching, like maybe Amy has been, familiar with what it sounds like when we've just got this next to our computer in a school of ministry meeting and other people in the room are talking. What I like about the Raspberry from Blue, this is one of the more expensive ones you can get, but what I like about it is it automatically adjusts the sound levels so that it's keeping like quiet sounds, it brings them up, and loud sounds, it brings them down, and tries to do that compression for you. There are some other microphones that Blue makes that are really great quality, like the Snowball, the Yeti, which is kind of like every podcaster's favorite. It's those are probably more around the $100 range. I would say for all intents and purposes, with right now with the quarantine stuff, don't worry about getting any kind of special fancy microphone. If it's like, we can hear you fine. And I think everybody right now just gets it. They're not looking for super quality. But if you felt like, God's calling me to specifically do digital house church, even after the quarantine thing's over, and I'm just going to, lead people, doesn't matter where they are geographically, we're going to have a house church meeting that multiplies and all that, you might want to invest in something like that. And that's going to significantly increase the quality of what's going on. Lighting is another big issue. This is with my light off, which my camera automatically adjusts, but you see how I'm suddenly very dark around the bottom side of my face here. When I click it back on.
I thought that was just your beard.
Yeah. Oh, I am still dark around it. This light can also go kind of blue, which might look a little different to y'all, back to the yellow. But most, I don't know if you noticed, but the color slowly shifts. Yeah, Kayla's doing it too. Color slowly shifts because most webcams will automatically do color correction for you. So it's totally fine. Just use what you got. I think everybody here looks pretty, so you're good. Phones are really great for good color correction. Macs are really good about that. Newer PCs are. Justin and Kayla have the external camera for that reason. It's going to give you any kind of external camera is always going to be better. So.
Yeah, like the camera we have currently hooked to our laptop was $50, and Justin was going to use it for streaming video games. And it's, I mean, you can see us really clearly. It looks great.
Yeah.
And I don't remember how much this little.
$15.
And this
oh yeah, 15. We got the same light here because of what we saw Justin and Kayla using. $15 on Amazon. And Killing Roman. $15 on Amazon does a great job.
Killing Roman, new band name.
Okay. This is a Mac. So on the Mac, every Mac comes with Safari, but Safari does not play well with webcams. So we're not going to use that. We downloaded Google Chrome. So we're now logged into Google Hangouts. And what I want to do is create a new conversation, and it's going to be a group of people. So we're going to start entering some names. I've got my friend John Mark here. Let's add in my wife. We'll hit enter there. And now we've got a meeting. Now this one, what we can do is hit the settings here, and there's an option of joining by link. And now that link is created, we can copy that link and send it in an email to the people that we want to do this meeting with. And once they sign up, we will have a Google Hangouts meeting. Then when it comes time to do your digital church meeting, all you got to do is click that link. Everybody else clicks their link, and it's going to show up right in here. Hey, there he is. All right, so you've got a screen here with the other person and you. When you get a group of people going, you'll have a big selection of people across the front. And you can switch between who's being seen by just clicking on either one of those. Me, I would rather look at me, so I would put it here. But hi, good to see you, John Mark.